here it is. It is the Next-Gen Ford Ranger Wildtrak. Obviously Wildtrak is top spec, so we've kind of skipped the XLT, gone from the XL straight to the Wildtrak. I'm not complaining. So Ford Ranger Wildtrak, really beautiful in this super cool color. I don't know exactly what it's called. It's like a cherry red. It's very, very cool. Ford Ranger Wildtrak, this specific one that I am in here, has a 2-liter bi-turbo, giving you 154 kilowatts of power and 500 Newton meters of torque. We're not going to cover too much right now on the exterior of the car. There are some really cool features that I do want to note before we jump inside. Again, sorry about the wind, guys. Hope you don't hear that too much. On the front of this vehicle, you'll find a really nice looking grille, a lot more sleek looking. You've also got Ford LED headlights and day running lights, which definitely create a bit more of an aggressive look, quite intimidating on the roads when it comes up behind you, that's for sure. As well as the sports bumper in the front and the fog lamps at the bottom. So, seated on the inside of this very, very beautiful vehicle, I'll give you a little tour. You've got really premium black lining that always makes the car feel more premium to me, as well as the really cool looking leather seats, lined doors. You've got these super nifty little cup holders, which again, something so small but very, very useful. Lovely lined leather dash. You have a 12.8 inch screen in this, as opposed to the 10.8 that is in the XL that we just drove. And then you have a really cool little charging pad. This one is an auto, so you've got your different driving modes. Park, reverse, neutral, drive. Here you've got a nifty little drive mode handle, which, brilliant. We actually have buttons in this car again, and I'm going to reiterate this over and over and over again, because that makes sense. Why would you need to go into the infotainment system to change a driving mode? Doesn't make sense to me. Anyway, you've got park assist, and you've got your terrain buttons over there, which I have not played with. Something I find really cool but also really hilarious, I don't know if you can see that, this little thing, which I thought would be for keys or whatever, actually has a little chip packet logo in there, which looks like, you know, a little McDonald's packet. Find that hilarious, really funny. Same as on the inside here, you've actually got, I don't think you guys can see it, but there's a key and a little cup holder and sunglasses and a phone thing. But yes, charging pad, big win in this vehicle. Again, buttons, lovely. Moving over to the driving side, you have all digital display, which has a rev counter, your lane stay assist, and all your other things that you can show on the side there, as well as everything on the steering wheel, which is the same in this as the option pack that the XL had that I just reviewed. Your volume and your skip and your cruise control. This one obviously has the lane stay assist. You can set your adaptive cruise control and all of those things. There is another cup holder on this side, which is fantastic. You've got obviously windows all round, electric windows all round. And then something I really like in the new Fords that they've done is where they've placed this door handle. Don't know if it'll work, how well it'll work with kids and that. Obviously you can put the safety child lock on, but that's all right. But very cool, great way to get in and out. I don't know, it just kind of works for me. Then up here you have little sunglasses holder, which has mine at the moment. But what I like is they've actually fixed some auxiliary switches here. So if you are one that actually does go off-roading a lot and you want to fit some external lights or whatever it is you want, you can actually fit them here. Very, very simple to do, and I think that's actually quite a cool feature. This big display is rather cool. You've got all sorts of things that you can play with, but I really like how this looks. I think I said it in the Everest walk around that I did. If you haven't seen that, go and have a look. I will hopefully test one of those soon. But it kind of looks like this is driven into a Tesla and the Tesla's been stuck in the dashboard. That's just a very lame analogy. Let's head over to the back. Okay, so here we are in the back of this really cool Wildtrak. I am going to once again emphasize this black roof. from here you can also get a good view of these auxiliary flips and switches, which is great. In the back you have aircon vents. They are not adjustable, which is a slight bit of a bummer. So whatever the setting is in the front, the main system is what you're going to have here, but that's all right. You can obviously close them, which is fine. You've also got a really cool little AC point. So if you're the sort of person that goes camping, that's definitely going to be useful to you. You can plug in a fridge or cooler box, something like that. You've got a USB port, USB-C, which is great. In the rear, you've got the leather theme, which does continue through on the doors as well. And in the rear here, you've also got the same door handle system, which is lovely. All right, let's do a little walk around the exterior of this vehicle as promised. So, exterior, again, this bucky definitely has some striking looks, starting with this stunning grille. As mentioned, you have the Ford LEDs and day running lights, the blacked out grille, and the sports bumper at the bottom, as well as some nice fog lamps. This one is fitted with all-terrains. I believe they are 18-inch, looking very, very snazzy. And you've got the steps all across, and you've got tech for days in this car, which we will cover a bit later. As mentioned, this one is a 2-liter bi-turbo. In the rear, you've got these cool steps, which I mentioned earlier. I'm going to show you from this angle over here. So, makes your life a lot easier. If you need to get in, foot in, up you get. Fantastic. Security lid is fitted to this one, and it's all been lined really beautifully. So there's ample space here, which is great. At the rear, this one actually has, compared to the XL that I just had, this one has smoked out back lights, which actually completely changes the look. It really does give it a bit more of an aggressive feel. And you've got the blacked out badges, 4x4, Wildtrak, just to make it official. As always with Ford, you have an easy lift tailgate system. Something I do wish they had done, I wish it had a step. I don't know if you guys have seen the GWMP series, that has a really cool step. Push that out, step drops down, makes it very easy to get in and out. If you're vertically challenged like me, that makes it a bit difficult. But that's just see, as I say, very easy. But that's just a small complaint. Tow bar hitched to this one too. Sensors all round, of course. And as I said, I really like this color too. Stunning. So, I think it's time to go for a drive. Let's do it. Okay, so here we are. Man, I have to say, having had the XL for a couple of days and only giving it back today and jumping straight into this, there are some, not even some key differences, there's a major difference, all right? And you should hope so when you're going from a 400-something thousand rand price range up to 867,000 rand. It's actually 867,700 rand. But it actually feels like a completely different car, which I didn't really expect. I knew it would feel different. I knew it would feel a lot more sort of premium. I knew it would have a lot more features, of course. But it feels like a totally different vehicle. So it has a 2-liter bi-turbo, whereas the XL had a 2-liter turbo. But this just feels a little bit more solid. And when I say solid, it almost feels like it's heavier, which would make sense. I mean, there's a lot more tech in this vehicle, so it's probably a few hundred kilograms heavier than the XL was. But as I say, it just feels completely different. There's features in this car for days, and I'm not going to go through them all, but what I will do is put a link to a great comparison between the Ranger Range, which is available on cars.coza. So I'll put that in the description below. But this Wildtrak, in terms of driver assist systems, has a few that I really enjoy. One of which is, obviously, I've noticed it has the blind spot assist, but it actually has blind spot assist with trailer coverage. So if you've got a trailer, it obviously then adapts. Once you hook the trailer on, it adapts that blind spot coverage to accommodate the trailer, which I think is brilliant. Very, very clever. I also noticed that the Wildtrak has a feature that I actually think I covered it in the Haval review a little while back, but it has road sign it can read road signs, so it'll tell you what the speed limit is in that area, which is something that's quite useful. You know, I don't always know what the speed limit is. I don't like getting fines. No one likes getting fines. Yeah, the center lane keeping and lane stray assist or lane stay assist. I can't remember which one it is. Anyway, it means the same thing, same but different. Is very, very good. It's not something necessarily new, but something I really enjoy. And this gearbox is smooth as butter. Have to say, very impressed with this gearbox. I believe it is a 10 speed. I'm probably going to be lying to you guys, so let me rather not lie and look it up. Yeah, so again, features for days, loads of drivers. You're welcome to go, that's all right. I wasn't at the stop street first. After you. Anyway, as I was saying, yes, I recall this is certainly a 10-speed automatic gearbox, and it's like butter. It changes gears very, very nicely, smoothly, which is great. So yeah, just in terms of other features that this car has that I definitely do not want to test, is pre-collision brake assist, as well as something that I am actually not familiar with, and I'd like to read a little more on. Maybe you guys can educate me in the comments, but something called post-collision brake assist. Not entirely sure what that means. I mean, post-collision, by that point it's too late to brake. So, I don't know. It obviously means something that I just don't understand right now. But anyway, that's cool. Yeah, so loads and loads and loads and loads of features. I think I could probably talk forever on all the features that this vehicle has. But all in all, ridiculously comfortable. You know, I think Buckies, or across the world they're known as pickups or something else, utes if you're in Oz, but Buckies, as we call them here in South Africa, have really come a long way. I mean, I was having this conversation with my wife that in the XL actually, which was really comfortable to drive. But you know, do you guys remember like the old Buckies that you'd start them up and the gear lever would friggin' shake like crazy in those old diesels, and you know, if you'd feel everything, and the wind noise was ridiculous, and it was just, they were almost horrible to drive. So where I did enjoy a little bit more of the no frills approach with the XL as a workhorse, this is something that could service a family incredibly well, because obviously you've got all the towing features. Oh, sorry, I just looked at the screen. I need to correct myself on something I said earlier. I said it has a 12, I think I said it has a 12.8 screen, 12.8 inch screen. It's actually a 12.1 inch. I don't want to be called out. I am not a car journo. Anyway, so yes, this car would service a family incredibly well. It's really comfortable, extremely well equipped, and it's got just features all over the place that you as a big kid, and actually even the kids, would really enjoy, including cup holders all over the place, which that's brilliant. Okay, so I've been on the road for about 10-15 minutes, and thought I would just pull over quickly to look at the incredible view that I have here in Cape Town, watching the kite surfers. Completely besides the point. Anyway, I actually pulled over because there's a list of features in this vehicle that I don't think I would be able to remember just rattling them off to you guys. So I'm gonna just read a few of them to you, because these are actually exclusive to Ford. So exclusive features such as evasive steer assist, brilliant. Reverse brake assist, adaptive cruise control with stop and go. That's where I wanted to pause. So if you've experienced adaptive cruise control before, it's a really, really great feature. So you're cruising along and you want to set your adaptive cruise control to, let's say, 120 kilometers an hour. You set the distance from the car in front of you, and so it adapts. They brake, your car brakes. It does it intuitively. It's fantastic. Very, very, very clever. But what's great is this new feature has the stop and go feature. So not new feature, it has a stop and go feature added to adaptive cruise control. So if you are in traffic, it's auto stop start, let's go. Brilliant. I think that's fantastic, and it's something I'd really like to try if I get the chance. It's then also got center lane keeping, which is a new feature. So there's always been the lane keeping assist. So if you get a little too close to the lines, it'll tap the steering wheel. It's actually a very, very great feature. But this has now center lane keeping, as well as active parking 2.0, which is very cool. Something I'm always a little nervous to try. But then again, not to toot my own horn, but I can pretty much parallel and alley dock any vehicle. So yeah, I guess it's something that I'm always a little nervous to try because I trust myself a little more than technology. But anyway, so yeah. So guys, I have to keep this review short, unfortunately. I don't have this vehicle for very long. In fact, I only have it for pretty much a matter of hours. So unfortunately, I'm not going to get to test all the different driving modes and the four-wheel drive and all the other really, really clever fancy driving modes that it comes with, equipped with. But hopefully I'll be able to do that in a review another time. But I will say that you guys really should strongly consider what you need a vehicle like this for. I think, you know, people tend to want the biggest, fanciest, most equipped, and I get that. I'm a techie guy. I always want the biggest and best. But if you look at it from a functionality point of view and you consider what you are needing a vehicle for, yes, this Wildtrak is stunning, and I think it's actually really fairly priced in terms of the market at the moment. No, that's not a biased opinion. That's just the truth. If you consider everything that this has, the way that it looks, the way that it feels, and I think that's the most important thing right there. How does it feel? How does it make you feel? Is a very important, valid reason for purchasing a vehicle that of your choice. You look at something like the XL, which is not quite the base, but one up from the base. You've got some lovely features in that car, so you will be more than happy with it. And yes, okay, that was a manual, which does have its perks, you know, it does make it a little lighter on fuel. I won't be able to do a real world test on the fuel consumption of this vehicle, unfortunately, but if you watch the XL portion of the review, or the other review, you'll see I kind of averaged on an open road, kind of just cruising, I was doing around 8 liters per 100, which in a 2-liter turbo big bucky with nice features and lots of comfort is fantastic. And then while actually putting it to a test with towing and such, I was doing about 9 liters per 100. That's great. I mean, I have not had this long. The bit of driving I have done, I'm averaging right now around 11.7 liters per 100. That is with stop start. You can see I'm in a residential area right now, so make of that what you will. But anyway, my point is, consider what you need a vehicle to do, then maybe consider what are some of the key extras that you would like, because that's where you might find that although we all want the Wildtrak, if you have a look at it in terms of what do I need, then what are some of the things I would like as extras, you'll find that Ranger XL, with all the different option packs that you have available, as well as the Ranger XLT, which is between the XL and this, which by the way I have sat in that, I haven't driven it yet, I've sat in that, again, brilliant vehicle, loads of features. But my point is, you are more than likely going to find something at a more cost efficient price point that will be really suited to what you're looking for and what you're looking to get out of a vehicle. That is my everyday driver's sort of opinion. Yes, we always want the fancy ones. Go do your homework. My advice is, if you're in Cape Town, and this is a bit biased because, well, thank you Kelfords Somerset West for this vehicle and the XL. They are fantastic. Go and check them out. Go test drive them all. They will explain all the different options to you, and I've said it before, they've got a fantastic little coffee shop with great coffee, and it's on the house sometimes. Buy a car, it'll definitely be on the house. guys, I really do want to thank you again for watching these reviews. I do them for fun. So yeah, your comments go a long way in helping me get better at them. And you can go little Audi, go on, you can go, that's all right. So yes, thank you for all the comments, thank you for all the support, thank you for subscribing. And yeah, the more times you click the little like, thumbs up thing, I suppose it puts it on the algorithms and other people will get to watch it too. So thanks a lot, guys, I really appreciate it. And until the next one, I'm hoping is later this week and it's something really cool and really, really fun, I'll see you soon. Sweet. Ciao.